Welcome to my channel, Mariel Beads and Beyond. Today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful bracelet. It turned out great. It's really pretty. So I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. The list of materials to make these bracelets are 6mm pearls, seed beads 15-0, seed beads 11-0, and we're going to be using Montees 3.9mm. We're going to also need a clasp. And for thread, we're gonna use, you can use Fireline 6 pound, or you can also use Wildfire 0.006. We're also gonna need a needle size 12. I also want to let you know that I started my online store, so you can go to MarielBeadsandBeyond.com and you can find needles, thread, and I'm starting to add more products. So far I got super duos and I got all beads, so go ahead and check it out. Remember, MarielBeadsandBeyond.com. To start, pick up 150 6mm pearl, 150 6mm pearl, 50 6mm, 50 and 6mm. You wanna bring them down, and you wanna leave like 15 inches tail. You're coming out of the pearl. You're gonna pass your needle through all the beads. Then you're gonna continue all the way around. Once you get to the tail, you can pass through the next pearl and pull tight, and this is what you should have. I'm gonna pass through one more. Okay, so right now you're gonna pick up 6 seed beads, you're coming out of the pearl, you're gonna pass through the pearl once again like this, and this is what you should have. You are going to pass through 4 seed beads, and you don't have to pass through the 4 if you can, just you can pass through 3 and then through the another one. I passed through 3, I gotta pass through one more, and you wanna try to keep your tension tight. So pull tight, and this is what you should have. We're gonna pick up 15-0, you're gonna pick up a Monte, and you're gonna pick up a 15-0. These 2 seed beads are the ones that are gonna be holding your Monte, so it's gotta be this way. So it's really important that you pay really close attention to what you're doing right here. So this is the way it's gonna go. So you're gonna pick up 4 seed beads, 11-0, and you're gonna pick up a pearl. Okay, and you're gonna and bring them down, because you want to be holding your work right here. You don't want your thread to get loose. And these 4 seed beads are gonna come on this way, because we're gonna be using this side right here. So you need your 2 seed beads that are ones are gonna be holding the Monty on this side. So this has to go this way. Okay, it's very important that you remember that. And you're gonna pick up 2 seed beads. You are coming out of the pearl. I'm gonna pass through 2. Very important that you hold them so your work is tight and your tension is tight and it's not loose. Okay, so you're gonna pull. You want your pearl on this side, because we're gonna try to keep our tension tight. Okay, and this is what you should have. We're gonna pass through the next 2 beads. Okay, and we're gonna pull tight. So this is what you gotta have. It's easier if you remember, if you have a 4 seed beads on this side that your Monty is holding, the other, when you look at your other pearl, the 4 seed beads is gotta be on the opposite side. Okay, so right now we're gonna pass our needle through the pearl. And pull tight. And now we're gonna pick up 1/15 one 6mm pearl, 1/15 6mm pearl, 1/15 and 1 6mm pearl, and 1/15. Okay, you are coming out of this pearl, you're gonna pass your needle through the same pearl. And you're gonna pull and pull tight, and this is what you should have. Right now we're gonna pass our needle through 4 seed beads, so pass through these 2 first. Pull tight, and we're gonna pass through 2 more. Okay, and right now pick up a 15, and right now we're gonna pass through the other side of the Monty. Okay, and we are going to pull. Okay, this is what you should have. Right now we're gonna pick up a 15, and we are coming out this one. We're gonna pass through this one. We want to pass through the 2 in the center. Okay, and right now we're gonna pull tight, and we can fix our work right now. So pull, and you can move your beads a little bit so the Monty sits the way we want. Okay, so what we're gonna do right now, we're going to pass through the seed bead, through the Monty, and you don't have to pass through the seed bead if you can, but we're gonna have to pass through the seed bead too. So I pass through the seed bead to the Monty and pull tight, and now we're gonna pass through this seed bead And what we're doing is we're reinforcing this. So we're gonna pass through these two seed beads. Pull tight. And like I said, you can move your beads so they sit the correct way. And right now, we are going to pass through this seed bead, through the Monte, and through the other seed bead, like this. And this is just reinforcing. If you don't think you don't need to do it, you don't have to. And right here, we are going to pass through these seed beads. And pull tight. Okay. So right now, we are coming out this seed bead. We're gonna pass through this one. And we're gonna pass through the pearl and through the seed bead. And we're gonna go all the way around, or we can even start pass through this pearl right here. And we are in position to add our next set of beads, and it's the same steps. So right here we're gonna pick up a 15-0 pearl, 15-0 pearl, 15-0 pearl, and a 15-0. And from now on, they should be the same steps. Okay, so we're coming out of the pearl, we're gonna pass through the same pearl, this is what you should have. You should be coming out of a pearl. In order to continue, we're gonna pass through the 15-0, through the pearl, and through the 15-0. Pass through the pearl and through the next 15-0. And you're gonna pass through the pearl. And you are in position to continue making your bracelet. We're gonna pick up 6 11-0s. Your thread is coming out of this pearl. You're gonna pass through the same pearl, and you're gonna pull. Your thread is coming out of the pearl. We're gonna pass through 4 of the seed beads we just add, and pull tight. You wanna try to keep your tension tight. Pass through 2 more, and we are in position to add our Monte. So you're gonna pick up 115, 1 Monte, 115, 4 11-0s, and 1 pearl. You're gonna bring them down, and the trick right here to know that your Monte is gonna be on the right position is if you have 4 seed beads and this pearl on this side, these 4 they have to be on this side in order for your Monte to be on the right position. Okay, so we're gonna pick up 2 seed beads, and we are going to pass through these 4 seed beads and through the pearl. And it doesn't matter if it flips because it's gonna be on the right position. So pass through these 4, and you want to try to be holding your thread so you don't have any thread showing right here. And this is what you should have. As you can see, there is 4 seed beads on this side and 4 on this side. And if they turn, it's okay. Pass through the pearl and pull tight. And remember, you gotta try to keep the tension as tight as possible. So this is what you should have right now. Now right here, you gotta be really careful before you add your next pearls, because remember, if by mistake you flip this, when you try to add your monty, it's not gonna be in the right position. Okay, it doesn't matter if your monty is like this right now, but you're gonna make sure there's 4 seed beads right here and 4 on this side. Okay, so we're gonna pick up 15-0, and right here we're gonna pass through this pearl so we can connect them. And once again, before you continue, make sure it doesn't matter if your monty is this way. You just gotta make sure there is, if you got 4 seed beads on this side, on this pearl, they gotta be on this side. When you continue, there's gonna be some times that you're gonna have 4 seed beads on this side. Then you gotta make sure that your 4 other seed beads are on this side. Pick up a seed bead, 15-0, a pearl, 1 seed bead, 15-0, 1 pearl, and 1 seed bead, 15-0. Okay, your thread is coming out of this pearl, we're gonna pass through this pearl. And we're gonna pull. And this is what you should have. Now you're gonna pass through these 4 seed beads, and you don't have to pass at once. You can pass through 2 and then to the next 2, because we're gonna try to keep our tension really tight. We're gonna pass through 2 more seed beads, and we are in position to add our seed bead. Pick up 1 15-0, and right here you're gonna pass through this side of the monty like this. That's why I told you that you gotta have 4 on each side, because if this would flip and you got 2 seed beads right here, you won't your monty will be facing down, so you gotta pay attention on that. And you pull, and this is what you should have. Now pick up your 15-0 and bring it down, and you're gonna pass now through these 2 seed beads right here, and you can reinforce your monty right now. So you're gonna pass. Remember, we want your tension really tight, and as you can see now, you got your second component. So what you're gonna do right here is you're just gonna pass through the seed bead and through the monty and through the seed bead, and you're gonna pass through these 2 seed beads right here, and you gotta remember to try to keep your tension really tight. And right here you're gonna pass through this like this. And from now on, they're all the same steps. You're going to pass through these two, and then you're going to pass through these two. You're going to come all the way around, and you want to be coming out of this pearl in order to add another box right here and repeat the same steps. Okay, so you're going to continue repeating these steps until you get the length of your bracelet. You gotta remember one thing: when you add in your montes, you gotta remember, if you have 4 seed beads on this side, when you add this pearl, you're gonna have 4 seed beads right here. If you have them on this side, when you add your pearl, they gotta be on this side. Okay, so continue repeating these steps, and I'll be right back to show you the next step. Okay, I'm ready to add my clasp. You want to be coming out of one of the 15 O's. You're gonna pick up 1 seed bead, and you're gonna pass through these 2 seed beads, and you're gonna pull. This is what you should have. You are going to pick up 2 11 O's. You are going to pick up your clasp, and you're gonna pass your needle through the clasp, and you're gonna pick up 1 11 O. You're gonna bring them down, and you wanna skip the 11 O, and you wanna pass back through the clasp, and you're gonna try to keep your tension tight. So you're gonna pull, and this is what you should have. Pick up 2 11 O's, your thread is coming out from your clasp. You want to pass through your needle through these 2 seed beads, and you have your clasp right now. So you just gotta reinforce right here. You gotta pick up 1 11 O, and you're gonna pass through the 15 O, through the pearl, and if you can, through the 15 O. And we're just gonna go all the way around so we can reinforce this. I'm just gonna show you once, and then you can continue repeating. We're gonna pass through our pearl, pull tight, and you wanna pass through the seed bead and the pearl, like this. So you are coming out of the pearl, you are position 2. This is the seed bead we add. We can ignore it, because if you see that they're still coming from your pearl to these seed beads, so we're just gonna pass through these 2. We're gonna pass through these 2, through the clasp, through the seed bead, down through your clasp, okay, and then we're gonna pass through these two seed beads. Right here you're gonna pass through these three, hold tight, and you don't want to be making this too tight. I mean, it's, you just don't want to show any thread, but and right here we're gonna pass through this, and basically we're just going around so we can pass again through our clasp. And right here, as you can see, we're coming out of the pearl once again, so we can just pass through these two, and we are in position to reinforce our clasp once again. So continue repeating that, and you should be done with your bracelet right now. And this is what you should have. I'm done with my bracelet. As you can see, it's beautiful. So I hope it was easy to follow along, and I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, and please like my videos. Until next time, bye bye.